Federal NDP leadership candidates, they're set to square off in their first debate tonight. CTV's Jeremy Sharon joins us live from Montreal with a preview. Jeremy, good afternoon. Let's start with this. This is the first debate, and it is in French. What can we expect?
Yeah, exactly, Bakari. Look, this will be the first test for these leadership candidates. 5 of them are taking part in this French language debate. They are Avi Lewis, Heather McPherson, Rob Ashton, Tennille Johnston, and Tony McQuail. But as we've touched on, this is a French language debate. Now, as set out by the NDP, this will be 60% French, 40% English. So not quite, a full-on French debate, but mostly in French. Certainly, there will be portions of the debate where candidates will have to answer in French. If they don't, their microphones will be cut off. But this will be, a challenge for some of the candidates. What we know is that out of the 5, none of them identify as being completely bilingual or have said they're completely bilingual. All have varying levels of French language skills, but certainly will be doing their best to answer everything in French tonight, as the goal here for the NDP is to speak to French voters. The party has lost support in the province. There is only one French or Quebec NDP MP that remains. That's Alexandre Boulris, who will be here today. And the candidates will be vying for his support as well. An endorsement from Mr. Boulris would go a long way in this province for whatever candidate is looking to lead this party. So that will be a challenge that these candidates will face. The party once did quite well in this province. In 2011, what was known as the Orange Wave is what helped thrust the NDP to the official opposition status. But the party has long fallen from that, and again, there's just one sitting MP in this province. So that'll be a challenge for all of these candidates as they look to rebuild a bit of a voter base in this province, as they'll be looking to bounce back in the next election after a campaign this past election that was historically the worst they've had, losing official party status and down to just 7 seats in the House of Commons.
Jeremy, we heard you list off the candidates. Whom should we be watching, and are there any frontrunners so far?
Yeah, Bakari, there are kind of 3 perceived frontrunners. Avi Lewis, who is a former journalist, documentary filmmaker, whose pitch is that, he is the one who can bring people together and allow this party to dream big once again. Heather McPherson is perhaps the most recognizable name in the race, a current MP from Edmonton Strathcona. She's held that seat since 2019. She is, pitching a way forward for the party that helps open up to new voters and allows for an NDP party that could have maybe more seats at the table, trying to broaden the voter base for the party, if you will. And then the third perceived runner is Rob Ashton, who's a former union president, a BC dock worker, who is really trying to hone in on the support from the working class. That is a cohort of voters that the NDP has historically done very well with, but did not do so well with in the last election. Lost a lot of those union votes and working class votes to the Conservative Party. So he is pitching himself as the member or the candidate who can help the NDP win back that vote that had long been kind of a base of support for the party. So 3 different paths forward. Tonight will be their first opportunity to face off in this French language debate. There'll be another English language debate in February, but this certainly will be the first test for all 5 of these candidates.
Okay, CTV's Jeremy Sharon live from Montreal. Thanks a lot, Jeremy.